Total patients, irrespective of nationals, we have 10 mortality in period of 6 years. If we compare with world standard, it is a much better and the best figure, and treatment modality and mortality is the least as far as we are concerned. Everything is there. The death certificates are there. You cannot kill the people who are not died. Am I correct? So, 10 patients out of 476. Can you count the percentage very well? Number 2, I will request the Madam Wafula said that during procedure, no. During procedure, one person passed away because of not before the transplant. In fact, donor was not operated. Soon after the anesthesia, sometimes we call anaphylaxis reaction. And it is beyond human, beyond human. He reacted to the medicine, and which is very, very rare but unstoppable. Let me tell you, there are two types of law. A general law where we do kidney transplant, and the Health Act. Health Act, there is a law about kidney transplant, which is very basic and which is very broad, not broad spectrum. Number 2, the specific law of kidney transplant, or we call tissue transplant. There are 5 types of tissue transplant happens. Heart transplant, lungs transplant, kidney transplant, liver transplant, and cornea transplant. And blood transfusion, because blood is also foreign body, a recipient and a donor. Am I correct? Blood donation. So all these 6 things, we have to have a proper bill in the parliament, which Kenya government is doing with their best of ability and effort. They are doing it, and with this ministry, with the new our CS, it will happen very soon. I was told that, and the parliament is going to pass the bill, and then the proper law about the donor, about the recipient, about the surgery, about the perimeters, which can be burned in Kenya Parliament, in the Constitution, so that that will be referred as a law. And don't forget, law also protects you. And we are not accusing. And let me tell you, Kenya is a progressive country. We are a young country. So we cannot work and fly in a day. So we are doing it. But what is happening is good for future. Thank you very much. 2, I said we are the only one in Africa and very few in the world. We don't open cut because kidney is behind, not in the front. We do keyhole surgery, laparoscopic surgery. So both donor and recipient. So the minimal invasion, less blood loss, less post-operative complication, post-operative recovery is fast, and the success story. Number 3, we are the best, as Wakili said, Senior Counsel, that we have the best RICU, renal ICU. Then, as I said, we have maybe cost effectiveness, and don't forget, as a small doctor, I witnessed when I was the best human touch. I don't say others are bad, is in Africa. Thank you very much. Actually, I did the mistake. I should have, before suspension, I should have stepped aside as the chair of Biovax, because yes, because as a responsible person with a responsible position, we should have our own moral duty. When they are accused, you have to step aside first, because if you don't step aside, the intervention, investigation, inspection cannot be done with proper agenda. Number 1. Number 2, I'm very happy the government of Kenya and His Excellency, the decision was taken that we 100% happy, and we will be very cooperative to the government of Republic of Kenya. The way the government is working unbiased way, we congratulate the government of Kenya. And I have no bad feeling Because if I'm guilty, I have to face the consequence. But please, we don't want to do any remark and conclusive remarks before we investigate properly and unbiasedly in the name of God. After 6 months, the people are talking, because let me tell you, many countries were benefited from this procedure economically as medical tourism, and those countries are not happy. So they used many ways to bring bad name to us. They said Sakawala. Sakawala, Sakohola, in Mombasa. Surely, you need 1 month to do the cross-matching, HLA typing, genetic mapping, from a life to life. After the death, the kidney become a piece of meat. And you know, Mishra went in the night with a light and dig from burial hole, and in the night, I have the kidney, I remove, and in the morning, same night, I transplant. So, there are two things about lies. We should know how to lie. If you don't know, please don't lie. Number two, when you lie, you have to remember a lot. When you speak truth, nothing to remember. So many people in this media, I mean, since last 7 years, I don't say media, but in this narrative, that they contradict themselves. And let me tell you, there is cadaveric transplant. People think cadaveric means dead body. No. Before death, before brain death, before blood circulation ceases, you have to remove those last moment patients. It's called cadaveric. And we do live. Very soon, Kenya will have cadaveric transplant as well. It's a program. We have to know a lot about that thing afterwards. Now, the last, I don't say it is political. I never say it is political. What is do politicians? Politicians, we are doing our work for the benefit of the people. No politician is against with this. And I don't know who is lying about this. I don't want to comment because I have no evidence and no figures and facts for that. So no comments about that. But what we are focused to prevail the
issue at hand is the issue of the kidney transplants, and we want to start off as Mediheal by emphasizing that we are not involved in any trafficking, we are not involved in any syndication, in any syndicate, and we are not involved in any criminal enterprise related to the issues of kidney transplants. All that Mediheal does is to provide medical services. That's all they're doing. They're not involved in how these other issues that people have said. I should probably observe that even when people use the word syndicate, use the word trafficking, they do not give substance to that, and many times you wonder why the word trafficking is used against the name of Mediheal. We also want to emphasize for the public that we will cooperate. We will cooperate with anybody who wants to know anything related to what Mediheal did in relation to the handling of the kidney transplants. We will cooperate with all security agencies. We will cooperate with the police. We will cooperate with all parliamentary committees that may be interested in knowing. We will cooperate with medical board and any other ancillary medical institutions that are interested in knowing what Mediheal did. We will cooperate with any tissue transplant committees. Since we started the process, we've maintained accurate data, we've maintained accurate information, and we've documented all those. In those 476, we've done 476 kidney transplants. Out of that, 371 are Kenyan transplants. The foreign ones are 105. And I should just mention that some of the countries we've done the transplant relate to people from Israel, people from Germany, people from USA, in relation to people from outside Africa. And within the African confines, we have Burundi, Rwanda, DRC, Somalia, and Uganda. I say it again, we have patients from Germany, Israel, and USA and Oman also from outside Africa. In full compliance with the law that exists in relation to transplants. We acknowledge, however, that there are instances when probably the law has not provided as much detail as probably it should. Where there are such shortcomings, we have done our level best to make sure that we have done the best using international standards, being ethical and being human. And I would like to just highlight a number of them. The first one is that we ensure that there is prior informed consent from especially the donors, and that we capture in affidavits. Now, in cases of patients within Kenya, we do that, making sure that we have the donor swearing an affidavit here in Kenya, signing, confirming that he has consented, and that it is a voluntary process. In the affidavits with the donors, we have made sure that they confirm that they have understood the legal provisions that exist in relation to donation, and we've made sure also that it indicates that they have the liberty and the choice to withdraw even at the last minute before the knife lands on them. And number two is that we've made sure that the risks involved in the process of the transplant and the related surgeries are explained to them. All medical risks and what they are expected to do, diet and all those issues. And we've also made sure that each of those parties understands what they are getting into, that they have understood. I know in some media outlets, it is alleged that there are issues of cases where people have transacted in a language that they do not understand. As Mediheal, we've gone out of our way to make sure that whoever is dealing with us has been spoken to in the language they understand, and they have understood what they are getting into. Mediheal has not and is not involved in any issues of exchanges of money between the parties, of any bribery, of any pressure, of any trafficking, of any syndication, of any criminal enterprise. And related to that point, there is no case of any complaint brought to Mediheal, either in terms of the process or in terms of the medical care that we've given that we've not attended to. And we dare anybody to say that they actually brought it to the attention of Mediheal and Mediheal ignored. And this includes the issues of patients and the other parties who say they have gone through the process of checking on what Mediheal is doing. Ed, I just wanted to say that as Mediheal, from our records, because when these things went around, we went to check our records. There is no case of an African getting a Kenyan donor or a Kenyan kidney. Like somebody lands from Israel, walks across the street and picks somebody and says, I want your kidney. We have no such issues from our records. We do not have that. As I come towards the end, I want to say the question has kept on coming up in all the interviews that Mediheal has been involved in as to why Mediheal. And there's a certain sense of skepticism when that question is being asked, why Mediheal? We also appreciate that that question has sometimes been asked with malice, being that could it be because it is easy to fetch a kidney? We want to say all that is false, all that is untrue. The reason why people come to Mediheal, all the way from Israel, all the way from Germany, is because Mediheal provides world-class medical care on kidney transplant. Short of that, nobody, the other doctors wouldn't